how does this apply to you where you live and at this stage in your life? Okay. All right. So language, written and verbal language are extremely important. Now, the next one is symbolic play. So symbolic play is using objectives to represent other things, such as pretending that a block is a phone. So, as a former stand up comedian, I do it all the time. We will, telephone used to be this, and now telephone is this because no one is still doing this. We don't, I mean, we still have a landline, but who still has a landline? Not a lot of people. So, it's anytime you're using objects to represent other things, such as pretending that a block is a phone. So, anytime you can do that, that symbolic play is tapping into your creativity and it's giving you the ability to go and do something that you wouldn't normally do. And it's saying this represents something. So if I go check, 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 1, 2, 1, 2, Mike, is this thing on? Yeah. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's Detroit Red and we in the house today. When I say, hey, you say, oh. Now, this is a crystal that one of my daughter's clients gave to us, but I turned it into a microwave because that's what's available for me in the process. So start to do that, challenge yourself to use symbolic play and see how that goes for people, for yourself and for the people that are around you. And you can use it as a different way to communicate. The comics do it all the time with the microphone and a chair. Tony Roberts and Cat Williams are very good at it. They're physical comedians. And so they will turn that stool into a swimming pool and just act like they're pushing invisible grocery cart through the dispensary. So that's symbolic play when you see it happening. The next one is reasoning, a complex cognitive function that includes planning, problem solving, and spatial processing. So you can do that when you are driving. When you are driving, you are reasoning. Okay, this person is this far away. What is my safe stopping distance? How do I ensure that I get into this parking space correctly? Those are when you're combining cognitive function and planning and problem solving all at the same time. The next one, and there's two more. The second to the last one is perception. So processing information from a series, registering it, and retrieving it as needed. And so, for example, I will use this as an example. I'm gonna try not to, because I always use criminal examples. So let me, for this live, my perception of the brain has changed since I first started. If you go, it's a couple videos of when I first started versus now. And so I am changing my perception of the brain every day that I gather new information and I give it to you in real time. What happens in research is you do it in a lab, isolate it away, you got some control groups and all that, and then you publish, you sell it to university, you give it to the university, you sell it to the government or to corporate America, and then it gets watered down. By the time you get to it, it might be old and archaic, which is why I don't like textbooks, because the information is old as hell by the time that you get to it. Noah said, what is that one for driving called again? It's perception. And so we can review it today as you have a long trip to the other side of town. So it's processing information from your senses, registering it and retrieving it as needed. So you're processing the information. And so I was processing as we were driving through those mountains and I was registering, this is reminding me of something else. Let me go retrieve my information from the amygdala, because that's where the PTSD resides, and let me have a different outcome. So you're processing information from your senses. So if I smell pine oil, hold up. That means I'm back at basic training and we're buffering the floor and we got to clean up before Drill Sergeant Boatwright and Drill Sergeant Silver get back in here on Sundays for laundry day. Now what do? I'm no longer there. We don't have any pine oil in the house, and so we use alternative methods. But it is processing information from your senses, registering it, and retrieving it as needed. So if you're driving and someone brakes in front of you, okay, I see them braking. I have to start braking. Let me see what else is happening. Leave myself out. Use the 5 keys from the Smith system in order for you to process what's taking place. Okay, and then cognitive activities. That's it. So now I'm summarizing it. Cognitive activities can help reduce the risk of cognitive decline. Cognitive activities can help reduce the risk of cognitive decline. They can also help you adapt to changing conditions and perform your job more effectively. So that is why you need cognitive activities. So I've presented to you cognitive fitness, what it is, and now cognitive activities are how you increase your cognitive fitness.